We're recording, so it doesn't really matter if you're not ready. Um, so I'm on your OPGG right now. This is a little weird. So I don't know. It's like okay, so like I already have a problem with low elo support mains. That actually play support.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So you play like real support champions, and you can't do a whole lot with them except get your ADC fed.
Right.
And if your ADC is also silver, how much is your ADC going to do? It's like this is my problem. This is my problem.
Okay.
When you play champions in the support role in extremely low elo, which is anything below plat, even if you're a good support, it doesn't seem likely that your team knows what to do with the gold that you're giving them, and that it seems a lot more efficient to play damage carries in that role. And if you play a damage carry in the support role, you can at least force a lot of plays. This is why you see a lot of people when they play support, they climb with Zyra. Extremely.
Sona then?
Sona can work. I mean, Sona has that Lichbane build. The Morgana like isn't even bad. The Morgana's like not a terrible thing. Like you get the Zhonyas, and you can build a lot more damage than that too.
Oh yeah.
It's that like Thresh, like you have a positive win rate Thresh. Like
Oh yeah.
I like it. Like this is fine. You have a negative win rate with Braum, but it's it's not a lot of games. It's under 50 games. You shouldn't ever play Leona. You're 2-9 with Leona. You know that. You're 2-9. So I wouldn't recommend ever playing Leona again. But at least you're not like a dingus and play a million different champions in ranked. I see one attempt at Rakan.
Champions, I think.
Yeah, I see like one attempt at Rakan, one attempt at Udyr, one attempt at Ashe. But there's not like a shit ton of champions that you just played for no reason. It looks like you're queuing ADC secondary, but you almost never get ADC. But when you do get ADC, you're not doing much with it either.
Right.
And I have another problem. If I scroll down here, I see something really interesting. It says ranked win rate for the past 7 days. And this is always like a great like tracker of your like recent understanding.
I won the last 4 straight games as Morgana.
Yeah, but no, that's not my problem. My problem is that you have 9 games in 7 days.
That sounds about right. I've been playing a lot of normals and a lot of ARAM.
If you want to get good, to literally get good, you have to play a lot. You have to learn a lot, and you have to be constantly trying. So and I'm not saying like play all day, play every day, because that's fucking wrong. Because I had someone come to me earlier playing all day every day for a couple days straight, and they like they dropped from Diamond, and it's like, well, how'd you drop from Diamond? And they were like, well, I lost, like, I spammed solo queue and I lost a bunch of games at 0 LP. So like, what do you expect? Maybe you should. So what I'm saying is, find like some kind of schedule that works for you, whether or not it's like 2 games a day or maybe 3 games a day, and make it like the same time every day. Like if your work schedule's 9 to 5, like you can play from 7 to 10 ranked every day, and then 5 to 7 is your relaxed time, and then after 10 you have relaxed time. And that's just a general schedule for a normal person. And you can go up with that as long as you're playing consistently. The other thing is you have to not get annoyed with what your teammates are doing, especially when you're playing support, because you are supporting your teammates. but you can't get tilted when they make mistakes.
Right, understandable.
So I'm okay with this Morgana. I'm okay with the Morgana, and I'm okay with Zyra if you want to start playing Zyra. Lux has gotten a lot of buffs over the past year, including the upgrade on her passive, the upgrade on her ult, the upgrade on her W, which just happened. I think that's gone mostly unnoticed. The Lux buff on the W. If you hit a teammate going out.
Right now.
7?
Yeah, I think in season 5 I played a lot of Lux.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played her though.
And like I don't like I don't like the idea of playing Lux because like it's a lot of skill shots, but you're also going to be playing with other silver players, so the other silver players may not know how to dodge skill shots. So it's really going to be, are you at least as good as your enemy? And that's really what's going to matter here. Let me open up the League client and figure out some other champions that you may be able to play. So yeah, alphabetical order. Annie support, viable. Take the kills. take the kills. Don't say anything about it. Carry the game. Win the game before 25 minutes. Flash tibbers, flash tibbers, flash tibbers, flash tibbers. It's very simple, very simple. I tell a lot of people that. Blitzcrank is pretty good for climbing elo. Because you don't need to build damage on him to do damage, but you can literally spoon feed your ADC kills, and then you can walk mid lane at like level 3 or level 4 and spoon feed your mid lane a kill. And if you're feeling really feisty, you can do the same goddamn thing in top lane. And you can just be the second jungler. You don't even have to like get levels. Once you're level 3 and you one lane, you can go anywhere you want. It's these supports that I don't agree with. Braum, Leona, and like don't get me wrong, like great champions. Braum is like one of the best supports, if not the best support in the game.
Right.
But let's see, what else can you play? Not Janna. You're not allowed to play Janna.
I think I played one Janna game.
Yeah, Janna's. If you want to be good at the game, you don't play Janna. If you want to get elo really fast, you play Janna. That's generally. You can play Karma. Karma's a big lane bully. And you can build a little bit damage on Karma, and if you can snowball the game, you can do the same thing like I was talking about with Blitzcrank. If you can snowball the game, you can snowball bot lane, you can snowball mid lane, you can get those turrets, you can force turrets, you can win games.
Is Zig support still a viable thing?
Would not recommend.
Zig's Chris bot lane. Just lane
Are you
support.
duo Q?
If I duo with a Trist, yeah.
If you're duo Q, then yes. If like voice chat, everything, yes.
Yeah.
Because what's particularly interesting about that Ziggs Trist bot is that you're gonna have high priority on first blood tower,
Right.
and then you can walk mid lane and get that tower. And like you can melt towers with these two. Like Ziggs is gonna get Sheen, and Trist is gonna get BF Sword for first back, and you're gonna start melting towers. And you need to do it as fast as possible. And if you can keep getting kills and forcing towers along with that, then you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if that's gonna affect my mic. I might have to switch the mouse I'm using in a second and switch to push to talk, but I don't know how to use push to talk on. Hold on.
User settings.
No. Push to talk on OBS.
Oh,
Here we go.
I don't know. I set up a noise gate on OBS.
Hold on. Okay, so I think it's working fine now. Test test. No. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm fully involved in push to talk now, so we can keep going. Other champions that you can play. The Morgana's fine. No, I would stick to those. I would stick to those. You have Zyra. That's your highest priority, or at least my highest priority. You have Annie. Then you have Morg. And then if you're gonna organize it, if you're gonna do it correctly, you can play the Ziggs with the Tristana. But I think that's a very specific lane, and Zig support's not gonna work with anybody else. And there's one more. There's one more. LeBlanc. Yeah, LeBlanc. LeBlanc is if you can snowball the bottom lane just because ADCs aren't gonna know how to deal with you. And if you can get blood, then you can do the same thing. It's the same thing. Support is always the same thing. Win bot lane, win mid lane. After winning bottom lane, win other lanes, get towers, and force the end of the game as fast as possible. Because sometimes your team might be too monkey to play like the game correctly, so you just have to force aggressive plays as much as possible. And you can do that if you pick someone who has a lot of damage or who can be really aggressive. And that's why Zyra is considered the solo. Like I consider her the solo queue support god. Like the other girl. But. Other than that, yeah, play more, play less supporty supports, play for damage, play for winning the game and not for helping your team, because that's what you need to do. Because this is silver elo. This isn't something difficult. You can get gold in like a week.
Okay.
I mean, well, 3 games a day, make it 2 weeks. So I'm gonna.
When I got to get out of bronze, what I did was literally I would play every day, and literally I would play a minimum of 1 game a day, and I would just play till I lost. Sometimes I'd play a single game and lose, and I was done. Sometimes I'd play 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, and just play 1 game a day. And then, because I knew if I lost, it's like, okay, good, I'm done. I'm done for the day. And something.
That's good.
That changed the way I played a bit.
The thing is, I think that constancy is something that you're gonna want if you want to get really good at League, and you have to play a lot of League to understand all the constant variables.
Right.
How many fucking things did I put on here? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I had to log into one of my like a million North America accounts that I don't know the fucking logins to. Okay, so what I want you to do is, you're gonna jump into a solo queue game.
Okay.
I'm gonna spectate you, and what we're gonna do is, I don't know if you watched any of the other videos that I put out. I don't even know if I linked you to them, but I'm gonna go over your game. I'm gonna talk about everything that you could have done. I'm gonna talk about everything you did wrong. I'm gonna talk about where you need vision. I'm gonna talk about when you can roam. I'm gonna talk about everything that you can do to win the game. Because I'm in this elo. The game's. I mean, unless I don't know. It depends. I won't say like every game is winnable, but I'll say like 99% of games are winnable in this elo. So. So anyway, you're gonna queue support. You can try Zyra, or you can try Annie, or you can play the Morgana. Because I don't have a I can't say that I have a problem with you playing Morgana, strictly because you've obviously won with it. You have a 54% win rate, which isn't like the best, but it's good enough over 117 games, which tells me you have some form of constancy. And when you hit gold, then once you hit gold, I wouldn't have a problem with you playing more Thresh. But you need to stick to like 3-4 champions maximum.
Makes sense. Yeah, I played a lot of Braum and I played a lot of Thresh, only because I was farming their mastery tokens. And same thing with Leona. Like I have a mastery token for Leona. I have a mastery token right now for Jinx and one for Kate. So like a lot of the time when I would get 80 carry, I'll end up playing one of them.
I think I only have mastery on like one account. Yeah, I have one level 5 mastery on the account that I'm on right now.
I have mastery 7 on Morg, Thresh, and Braum. And then 6 is on MF, Leona, Amumu, Jinx, and Kate.
Right.
Mastery 5 on Bard somehow. Would you recommend playing Bard?
No.
Alright, I'm queuing.
Good job, down tempo. Good job. Okay. So what else have you been doing lately?
Streaming. I've been streaming all kinds of shit. I've been streaming League, I've been streaming PUBG.
You can stream this if you want, I don't mind.
Okay. I don't have stream all set up and everything right
XD. Jeez, they're watching some show right now.
You have recommended bans in this elo?
Bans?
Yeah.
I mean, Maokai. Just ban things that are really annoying. Like if there's some ADC or support that you absolutely hate, just fucking ban it. Like if you never want to see it, fuck it, ban it. Cause this elo, everybody's not going to be able to use the champions to the potential that they're supposed to be used to. So there's not a lot of fear when it comes to how powerful those champions actually are.
Makes sense.
Yeah, all the champions are more balanced. And even, actually, let's go, what are the win rates right now? Yeah, Janna, Tark, Malzahar. Oh, you can play Malzahar support. Forgot about that one.
I've only played a few games with Malzahar.
It's like, you're literally just damage and you just kill people, and because of your ultimate you can catch someone out. If you just see someone caught out and you kill them and anybody is near you so you help them, then you force that man advantage to get towers. Like it's the same idea, it's just like a little bit easier because all you have to do is press R. So on your team?
No, the enemy team.
So in all elos, 62 champions in the game have a 50% win rate, and 88 champions have above a 49% win rate. Oh my God, Rise! Let me just look at what the real elos do. Talon is kind of busted right now, like, let's be honest. 87 champions have at least a 50% win rate in Diamond, and 49% win rate. 104 have at least a 49% win rate. Yeah, it's a really balanced patch. Or not, well, not since patch 7.14. Patch 7.14 screwed some things up, but before that, patch 7.13, that was like one of the most balanced patch ever. Master tier. There's not enough games for these to be more different, but still 89 champions in Master tier have 50% win rate.
Him, the god, the man, the myth, the legend.
Who the hell?
Fox.
Yeah, we're doing a coaching session right now. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make like a banana and split.
Yeah, you're on YouTube. Bye. Okay.
Alright, we're loading in.
Did you end up playing?
Morg. There was a Lux that wanted to go mid.
XD. So let's talk about your win condition in this game, because knowing your win condition can change a lot on how like hard you can win the game. So you have a Pantheon top, which means Pantheon is gonna wanna win lane. If Pantheon wins lane, he's gonna be really annoying. This Pantheon can like one-hit Aurelion Sol or like one-hit Ezreal without a problem, as long as Lulu's not around. So
If he wins lane, he can ult in other lanes.
Lux also wins lane against Aurelion Sol, at least until level 11. It's really hard to tell because this elo is so weird, but Aurelion Sol doesn't have any lane pressure early, and he's kind of immobile, so he's fun to abuse too. And you have a Caitlyn. This is actually really good for you, because Caitlyn can kind of like win every lane by herself. So not only is she safe to play with you, and you guys can win easy if you catch any bindings, I would recommend focusing Lulu, just because, I mean, trying to hit a binding on Ezreal is really difficult because his E is always going to be up. Or, well, his E is an 18-second cooldown at level 1, so remember that. Use the fact that if he uses his E, then you can catch him with your Q. Did you take a...
Taking coin or spell thieves?
Spell Thieves.
Okay.
You want damage. Yeah, coin is nice if you're like a passive support.
Yeah, there's reason somehow just coin nets you so much more gold.
Coin does net you so much more gold. But if you're gonna carry the game, you should build damage. So your job is to win lane. You focus Lulu. Did you take Ignite?
No, exhaust.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Okay, ignite on the Morg.
I should have told you that a while ago. I didn't really look at it when I was looking at your PGG, but you gotta take Ignite. You gotta win lane.
Okay.
Especially against Ezreal, like, you're gonna exhaust an Ezreal, like, how much damage does he do anyway?
Okay, yep.
Where the fuck did this league game go? It's like in the background.
The exhaust reduces all damage, AP and AD by 40%. Right?
Just any damage they do by 40% reduces their movement speed. It's like, it's fine. I mean, like, in this game, if there's anybody for you to exhaust, it'll be Aurelion Sol in the late game, or it'll be Garen right before he ults. To try and, like, make him not kill the target that he's ulting. But, like, I mean, Ezreal doesn't really do that much damage. Lulu is exhaust too, so the lane is even. She doesn't have Ignite. She should have took Ignite. Like, support should just be taking Ignite now on. Exhaust got nerfed a long time ago, but like it's the meta starting to become to the point where you need to be aggressive. So taking Ignite is a lot better, and getting those early kills is really good. And even if you get the gold, it's gonna be good because you're gonna be carrying the game. And even in professional play, when the support gets early gold, it's a lot better than anybody else getting early gold. because you can get that early sight stone, which is so powerful. Getting vision. You got first blood on who?
No, you did.
Yeah.
You on Aurelian Soul.
Nice. Just take it and leave it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
So you're gonna play the lane aggressive. I mean, you took Q level 1. I mean, you can Q at level 1, but only the best time to Q at level 1 is when Caitlyn has headshot.
Okay.
Right? Because it's gonna give you the maximum amount of efficiency for that Q, because that Q is gonna go on a cooldown for a long time, right? 11 seconds. And then if you get a Q every time Caitlyn headshots, how many headshots does Caitlyn have to get before you push someone out of lane? Not that many. Not as many as you think. You burn a lot of pots like that because that's free damage. They can't return damage. Like your Q's long range, Caitlyn's long range with the 650 range, and when you Q, Caitlyn's gonna put a trap under them, and then she's gonna get a double headshot. That's gonna be level 2. Once you're at level 2, you're going for that Q and the double headshot. So but always when she has headshot is the best time to Q, or right before she gets headshot. And if you click on her champion model, you can actually see when she has it, or when she's close to it.
Yeah, she has it. Her gun is like all sparking.
Yeah, but if like one before, so she can while she's autoing, you know, you can. You took a lot of free damage there. Okay, so like at level 1 here, I'm gonna be commenting on your gameplay from 3 minutes ago, so it's gonna be a little bit different.
Right.
But
Yep.
let me go back. What the fuck? I chose the wrong key for push to talk.
Can you see our game's chat? Okay.
Okay. Now I have push to talk on alt. But anyway, let's go back.
Aurelian Soul ganked us. You're probably coming up on that soon.
Okay. Now I can truly see what's going on.
But you counter ganked.
So right here is where I have a problem. All your minions are back here, which means when you move forward to Q here, and if you're going to Q, you usually Q auto just to get the maximum amount of damage out. You're over here and Caitlyn's over here. All of your minions are over here. This is too much distance between the two, right? You need to be back here, and you can get a Q from far away. That's why Morgana's actually kind of good. The Q is so long range. Sweet,
Yeah, just
thanks.
Tell me I should have went coin. I'd be rich.
XD. It's good. I mean, like I just think that you should build damage if you want to win. If you're gonna be the one that carries the game. I mean, if you're gonna play a duo queue that's the ADC and they're gonna help you a lot, like maybe coin's a good idea. But anyway, your positioning here bad, and your positioning here is the reason why you took a lot of free damage. Okay. You took 3 autos from Ezreal. Well, 2 in a Q, but his Q's an auto. Um, I like how you're dancing around angles here. Let me talk about this lane. So Caitlyn's gonna stand behind the minions here, and you can stand behind the minions here whenever you don't have Q. But you obviously dance back and forth when you do have Q, and this Q is going to be moving. I'm drawing on the screen, by the way, so everything that you're gonna watch this again, which is why I'm recording. You're gonna watch this again, but these are the 2 angles that you want for the Q. This is the lane setup. You also want to get a ward here, but you don't need it yet. The latest time that you need a ward is 3 minutes. Is when you need a ward here. That's when the jungler may come, and they're gonna come from here. And it's also nice to get a ward down here. I know that I move my mouse a lot, so I'll draw a big arrow just to make sure you see where they have a blast plant there. You can actually walk around the wall and you can take their blast plant away. And why that's so good is because now Rammus can't use that blast plant to like jump on you guys if you guys are pushed up really far. And it's the same thing a lot of top laners do to make sure that they don't get ganked so easily.
Makes sense.
Caitlyn's taking a lot of free damage. Don't worry about it. Nice auto. You seem really dancy. You're really dancy. You don't have to be so dancy. You don't have to dance around so much. The only reason for you to dance is when you're looking for a Q. If you're not gonna go in for a Q, you're not gonna force one. There's no reason for you to be dancing with these 2, because if you're not behind minions, then you can get hit by skill shots, and even when you are behind minions, you can get hit by this Lulu skill shot. So really, you're only looking for openings over the enemies. You always have to be looking for when they're open, and then that's more free damage that you've taken. That's less pressure that you now have in lane. It's more free damage that you just took. Can't happen. Sorry, I wasn't looking for a second. If you're gonna play Morgana, you gotta learn to get. You have to get like extremely good at these Qs. If you're gonna play a champion that requires skill shots, you gotta get really good at Qs. Hold on, I wasn't looking while all of this was about to happen. Let me Bex.
Ults are down now.
So Aurelion Sol disappears from mid lane here. And Aurelion Sol is a champion that roams a lot, so you have to be aware that he can roam. And that's why you got caught by this early roam. You saw Rammus. When you saw Rammus, you didn't start backing immediately. That was a bad flash, you were gonna die anyway. Don't waste resources if you're gonna die anyway. If you've already made a mistake to the point where you're gonna die, there's no reason for you to waste things unless you're gonna get a kill because of it. Currently eating sushi. Your Caitlyn's backing. or your Caitlyn wants to back, she's going to push this wave and she's going to back. She's scared. I don't care that she's scared. What she needs to do is she needs to push and back. And what this means is you're going to get vision. You got a pink ward. You got it for that bush. That's nice. You always need a pink ward in that bush when you're on blue side. More free damage that you just took. You're searching for more, but you really shouldn't be searching for more. When your ADC wants to back, what you should do is just roam. I know Lux just got a solo kill, so there's no reason for you to roam mid, but you probably could have been mid if after that original wave, you just roamed anyway. Because Caitlyn doesn't need you in this lane. Ezreal and Lulu can't really go aggressive. Like, as long as Caitlyn has enough mana for E, Caitlyn's not going to die, and even if she does die, it's not your fucking problem. Like, you don't need to worry about her. What you need to worry about is you snowballing the rest of the map. And if you go mid lane, and maybe Lux gets the kill like right before you get there, fuck it, go top lane. Because Caitlyn, you're just really just waiting for Caitlyn to back. And it's really nice for you that they don't have a Tristana, because Tristana would be able to push on your tower a lot. They have an Ezreal and a Lulu, meaning the amount of tower damage that they're going to get if you leave the lane and you roam somewhere else to be more useful than you are right now, because you could be in mid right now again on that Aurelion Soul. Like, it literally, like, you think ganking someone once is a lot? No, gank someone 8,000 times. Tilt the shit out of them. Because if you tilt the shit out of them, they can't win. They're silver. They don't. When they tilt, they're not going to do anything. And you don't need these levels. You don't need this experience. You can just feed it into Caitlyn. It could have been mid. Lux is winning by herself. I mean, you're lucky for that. That's just luck. Whether or not Lux wins or loses that lane, in this elo is just whether or not you're lucky. But I think that if you're gonna go up, you need to be a lot more active, because her winning that lane could change really fast. Because you want her to win that lane, and you want her to get that tower, and you want to get this dragon, and when Rift Herald's up, you want to get Rift Herald. You want to be all around the map. You want to be the person that's carrying the game. You want to be the person that's doing absolutely fucking everything. If you're going to be a support main in low elo, that's got to be your attitude. You got to do absolutely everything.
Makes sense.
Get Moby boots really fast. I'm looking at your items right now. I can't look at your items and draw on them.
Oh.
Caitlyn dies. Not your problem. Don't die. Honestly, you probably shouldn't have even shielded her. Like, if Caitlyn's gonna go out and die by herself, fuck it. Like, don't die too. Like, let your teammates make the mistake. You can ping danger a lot. You can ping danger a million times. Whether or not they listen to you is not really your choice. But when it comes down to it, what happens is what happens, and you can't stop that. You can do your best to stop it by using pings, but no more. Jesus, the camera system in this fucking client is so bad. Alright. These new wards or these new pings for the I just took down a pink ward are hilarious.
For bot, no worries though.
Good,
Get that mid.
good contesting vision. You're not doing anything in this lane. You're not going to be doing anything in this lane. I know you're not doing anything in this lane because you're pushed up. When Caitlyn's pushed up, what are you going to do? You're not going to dive anything. You're not a tank. You can't. You don't burst people in one hit. There's no reason for you to be here. The only reason for you to be here is to soak up experience or to maybe stop Caitlyn from getting ganked. But frankly, Caitlyn isn't your problem. Go somewhere else. Do something. Go mid lane. Push on the mid lane tower. Help kill Aurelion Soul under his turret. If you hit one Q in Aurelion Soul and your Lux is already fed, then your Lux can Q after your Q, E, and ult, and he'll be one shot, and it's bye-bye. Like, you need to follow your win condition. Because right now you're not doing anything. You need to do things to win games. Because sadly, because if you could go 0-0-0 and not do anything and win every game, I'd be fucking challenger. But I don't do that because it doesn't work. And a lot of people don't do that and it doesn't work. There was a nice binding. But let's hold on, I'm gonna back up and really think about that situation. XD. Okay, so you and Caitlyn are full health. Ezreal Lulu have more. No. This is bad. This is bad because Caitlyn's half health. Like, Caitlyn can be insta-bursted by Ezreal ult Q auto. Which means there's no reason to go aggressive here. And this is just another reason why, like, you could leave this lane and do something else. Like, Caitlyn may not die by herself. She may die by herself, but still, it's not really something you should worry about. So you use Q here, but I want you to think about, really, Caitlyn has like 300, 400 health. Ezreal ult does like 300 damage. There's no reason to go aggressive here. And I know it's the fault of Caitlyn a little bit because she's still moving forward. She has a headshot. She wants to use it, but you should just be pinging danger and then backing off. Yeah. Exactly as noted. You pathed? Really weird for this. So I'm gonna talk about your pathing on this play just because it could have been a lot more efficient. What the fuck is he doing? Does he not have? I have no idea what he was doing, but I don't really care. So okay, so like you're getting pushed out here. You don't have Q. Lulu goes engage on you. She wants your pink ward. Why are you contesting this pink ward when you don't have your ADC? He's in. You don't have Q because you used it. No, you do. You're just holding on to it. I don't know why you were holding on to your Q. Another thing, because like when you're here, I'm gonna pause it so this time I know. You Q here because Ezreal's standing right here. You're actually close enough range, and Ezreal doesn't have E, so he's not gonna dodge it. Secondly, your Master Yi is right over here. Your Master Yi is right over here. Which means you should either be running this way or running this way. And I recommend running this way because you're going to be running around a wall and you want Ezreal to get kind of stuck when he's pathing towards you. Or you just don't want him to kill you at all. Because Master Yi looks like he's heading bot lane regardless of whether or not you die under that tower. So you could not die and then not die, and then that wouldn't be 300 gold that you're giving to Ezreal. That was really weird. Man, this Yi's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the Lux. It's horrible. Oh my god, where was she aiming at? Alright, hold on. Very interesting, the low elo ghost. Alright, I wasn't hitting Mike. You have another pink ward for this bush. That's nice. I mean, like keeping contesting vision in that when you're on blue side in that bush is 100% necessary. Caitlyn looks like she was playing aggressive, but I don't think she was doing anything particularly useful. So like my problem is, it's 13 minutes, and you've done absolutely nothing. That's
okay, you're like 10 minutes behind on me.
Yeah, I know. I've paused and I draw a lot. You're gonna be watching this video.
Yeah, it's really like if like when you're commenting on things right now, it's really tough for me to like remember exactly what play it was because it's so far behind.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want you to worry about it. That's why I'm trying to stay general. You need to focus on your play. You don't need to focus on me. But my general comments, like the wording ones, like you obviously were using that. Ooh. What the fuck? No, don't dance with him. Oh my god. What the fuck? Don't. Holy shit, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to do that. Yeah, and you can also like run off of that. You could like if you ran away from the beginning, you would have never died there. Binding there. Nice. Spoon feeding. That's what you need to do. Lots of spoon feeding. They're children. They're like 2 years old. Spoon feed them. Call for dragon. I'm not really sure who pinged that. Doesn't really matter. It's fine. Free dragon's free dragon. The only problem is someone should be under this tower. It could be you. I mean, it doesn't really matter. A lot of CS dropped under the tower, and like generally you don't want to let CS go to waste. I like how you just stole the scuttle crab. That was like real dick move. Real dick move.
He was pissed about that.
I would have been fucking pissed too. Fuck you. No, dude, it's try not to like tilt your teammates, but like take what you can. Recommend more to take kills rather than jungle camps, because generally the jungler will try and say that he owns the jungle camps, because he kinda does.
Yeah, no, I normally will queue that much earlier just to keep it in the same spot.
Yeah, I know, I know you stole it.
Clearly. I'm out for blood, yo.
Interesting.
Kate's pissed. We just got Baron, but Kate's pissed because they didn't wait 10 seconds for her to get it.
So I'm gonna talk right now about why you guys got dived under your tower, 4-man. We're gonna go back a little bit. So you're in lane, you guys took dragon. Aurelion Soul disappears from mid, and you don't know where the enemy jungler is. And you have decent vision all the way in your jungle, but you don't have any vision around your red buff. So anybody who passes around your red buff, or around your golems, you will not see. And I think that's what happens here. No, Rammus passed through your tri-bush, then around to your golems, and Aurelion Soul just jumps over everything with his E. but Aurelion Sol hadn't been in lane for a solid minute, which could have been a red flag, which means you can ping Caitlyn danger and then just back off. Like, you can literally walk out of lane. That's the only solution to not get 4-man dive, is to just leave lane completely. And maybe you give up the tower because of that, but maybe they give up mid tower because of that. And since Aurelion Sol teleported back mid, I mean, maybe you wouldn't have lost the tower at all. I'm not sure. Jesus, this Lux. XD. If this game goes on for more than 25 minutes, you're not going to win it. Or, well, I guess you could win it because it's silver elo. Because silver elo is silver elo. So I'm not exactly sure what would happen that causes the end of this game. But what I am sure of is for the first 12 minutes of the game, you need to be active. Because, frankly, you didn't do jack shit. This would be a great time for you to, like, ult. Because Lux had Final Spark, so if you caused a lot of damage, I mean, she could have Final Spark from far away. Oh, she just used it now. Badly. Nice. Pantheon got outscaled in top lane. That was bound to happen. Bound to happen. Ezreal's 9-1. Yeah, this game might be over. Because your Pantheon's not useful anymore. You need to win the game before Pantheon became useless.
What point are you at in the game?
18 minutes, 19 minutes. Because, like, while Master Yi can probably kill Aurelion Sol and Ezreal by himself late game, just because it's a silver Ezreal and silver Aurelion Sol, like, it's just that won't always be the case, and you can't rely on someone else to win the game for you.
Yeah, that's what we're totally doing this game.
Taking a look at your build again, you got Eye of the Watcher, or whatever the fuck it is. And are you building Redemption?
Yep.
In a game where you actually do the right thing by being aggressive early and roaming a lot, you would have more gold than you do now, because you'd probably steal kills, but that's what you should be doing anyway. And you might have a Zhonya's by now. And you would build Zhonya's before you build Redemption. Yeah, it looks to me like you guys are just going to rely on Master Yi being super fed to win the game. So I don't really know who wins this game. Just because it's so low elo that nothing real, nothing that's supposed to happen really does.
Alright, game's over.
I'm assuming by the bar at the bottom that you won. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna.
But like,
leave the Nintendo base destroyed,
but like, you didn't do anything this game. Like, you just won because you were there. You didn't do anything. Like you understand that, right?
Oh, definitely.
But if you do things, you can win, like, any game in this elo. Like, this elo is nobody knows what anything does. So and nobody's gonna be warding. It's silver. Like, nobody knows how to properly play the game. So if you just randomly show up in mid lane and you get mid lane a kill, and you just randomly show up in top lane and randomly you get top lane a kill, like, the enemy team's A gonna be 100% pissed, and B, you're probably gonna win the game, and you're probably gonna win a lot faster, and you won't be winning because you're relying on some random Master Yi.
Right, makes sense.
So I don't think there's anything else for me to watch here. But those are things you should be working on now. And then after this, if you get to gold, then we'll do another lesson for free.
Cool.
Alright. Say goodbye to everybody. Peace, fam.
Peace out, yo.